Hello everybody, Iain Robson here, and welcome back to Valley East USA. Hello sheep. Alright, we got a couple things going on today. As you can see, I got some dirty equipment here, so I'm going to go ahead and just wash it. This is like the first time we've actually washed equipment, I think, and ever since the game first came out. I really don't think... I think the reason why is because it used to get dirty, like, you know, it used to be like the very first thing, you know, you would take like no time at all, but now it seems like it's not so bad. But, I don't know, we'll see. There we go, that's the John Deere done. I don't know how this is going to work, if this is going to even do what it's supposed to do. Let's find out. Is it going to work? It looks like it's kind of working. Oh yeah, slowly but surely. As you can see, we got the cultivator out, did a little bit of work with that. There we go, perfect. You want some too, sheep? Alright, so we have a couple things going on, as you probably are aware. As you can see down here, this field has been harvested. Apparently I missed a little chunk right there, so it's been harvested. But we also need to do a couple things here. We need to... soil moisture is really low. Holy smokes. Like crazy low. Really, really low. So there's a couple things we need to do. If we come over here and look at this field, our pH is slowly decreasing, which is bad for us. So we're going to have to deal with that at some point in the near future, very soon, I imagine, because if we don't, our yield's going to go, just going to tank, basically. Anyhow, as you can see, we have this field over here has fully grown now, let's grab the case here. I don't think we have anything attached. Apparently we do. So we're going to grab the case, and what we're going to do is we're going to put this guy on unloading duty. So what do we have? F7? There we go. And we're going to go ahead and get this guy to unload the combine there. And we'll do a little bit of the combining, and then we'll let course player or the hired worker take over, something like that. I think what we'll do is we'll do a couple headlands. It's canola, so we can do a couple headlands probably, and we'll be fine without missing a whole bunch of it. So I've already recorded the course, as you just noticed. So we'll get this guy. Here we are. Select manually. I was having a bit of a conversation with somebody in the comments, and they were talking. We were talking back and forth about how you don't necessarily need to select the combine. Whoops. You don't need to select the combine like I do, like set up manual like this. But I often do it just because what happens is if you... Oops. Combined courses. If you set it up this way, what happens is it will be able to... Here we go. Let that guy drive off. Not the way I wanted him to go, but whatever. What happens is if you set it up so it's a manual search, what will happen is it'll be able to detect the combine even if it's outside of the field. So like right now, when that guy comes back, what will happen is he will be able to detect where I am driving the combine, even though I'm not. He didn't stop in the field. It's one of the weird little things about farm sim sometimes. Like you can have it so it does stuff like what I just did there, for example, where I have it set to select select manually, so it'll detect a combine even though I'm not in the field, or he's not in the field, I should say. So that's the idea, at least. So we'll see what happens. CVX is in traffic. Oh, is he? Which tractor is he in traffic with? Ah, the Massey. Alright, let's move it out of the way. Okay. Alright, so let's move this guy. We'll put the cultivator just over here on the side for the time being. And get it out of the way. And try not to hit those weights that are right there. Jeez. There we go. That's good. We are going to need... one of the things we are going to need to do... definitely is we are going to need to get a plow of some sort, especially with the soil mod now. The plow becomes kind of like a must-have, basically, which is kind of strange when you think about it, because you play like the rest of the game without needing the plow at all, and then just now that you have soil mod, it's like, oh, I need to use the plow kind of thing. So especially when you have grass too, because you can't just, you can't just leave it. You can't, like, basically what happens is if you put lime down, for example, you kind of have to cultivate the lime in somehow, but you can't really I don't think you can. You probably could, actually. The game probably wouldn't distinguish whether it has grass or anything else on it, so you probably could cultivate the grass and it detects it as oh, it's been cultivated, I suppose. So, but I'm gonna try and make it a bit more realistic. In reality, actually, what will happen is you would actually tear up your grass fields every now and then, and that would be just because if you don't, what's going to happen is the crop's going to slowly decrease in yield over the years, basically. So I think it depends on how many. I think most people do 3 years on a hay crop. It'll vary, of course. Everyone's got slightly different perspective. So if like, let's say you're like OLF and your primary crop is hay, then you'll probably reseed maybe every second or third year, perhaps, something like that. I'm just guessing, mind you. But if it's not your primary thing, you might not do it every single year or every third year. So different for everybody. Yes, I know I'm going a little bit faster than I really should be going, but that's fine. It gets it done just a wee bit faster. So of course the case is just driving all over the crop. It's terrible. As you can see, it's 1800 in game, so what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to make sure we don't run past midnight, because if we do, what will happen is we'll definitely run into problems, because that's when soil mod kicks in, and they go through their cycle of ooh, what happened there? Are you going to hit the tree? Yep. Soil mod goes through its cycle of, deciding what's what, basically. So I'm just going to continue this guy. Hopefully the course play will decide to back up instead of running into the tree still. It does eventually. It's weird. I don't know why. I don't know what whoa. Just ran over a whole bunch of crop. Shoot. I guess we're going to have to take care of this this guy now for sure. I guess this is one reason not to use course play. Ah, well. That's the way the cookie crumbles, I guess. So, yeah, so that's what we're going to trying to get done. We do have $100,000 now, so we can theoretically, we can buy a manure spreader, which is a possibility, and then that will allow us to, of course, spread some manure. Because if memory serves, the silage bunker that we have over there is technically manure right now, and not it's actually silage and not what am I going for here, and not silage, and that's because I didn't compact it properly. But it was a bit of a test. So it's, if you needed like a lot of manure, it could be another way. It's like, it would be in reality be compost of some sort. Would be what it would actually be is a compost, technically, I suppose, not actually manure. But oh, how did I miss that little tiny bit there? That's ridiculous. All right, let's make sure we get this last little corner here, then we can back up. Nice. Apparently that case just does not just can't handle those trees on the side there. Jeez. Come on. Get with the program, case. Jeez. There we go. Alright, this actually is taking a lot less time than it seems like. Probably because I'm going 17 kilometers an hour, which is very unrealistic, but I have gone at a realistic speed before, and people are like, yeah, maybe it's not necessarily a good idea to go always at that speed, which I totally understand. So, there we go. This is good. I could hire a worker, but of course the workers don't work so well on this map for whatever reason. So field number 7, northwest, heading south. So what we'll do is do 2 headlands first and then up and down the field. Yes. So what I'll do is I'll finish off the second headland, and then I'll let courseplay take over, because I want to do something else now. Well, I could sit here and do this the whole episode, but I have a sneaky suspicion people would get bored. Well, people might be like in a situation right now, they're like, okay, I got the idea. But it's always a tough call. Like, technically in this game, you could spend a whole episode doing one activity, right? And some people would love it, some people would hate it, so I try and mix it up. I do something for a little bit of time, other times I mix. Other times, like, let's say, the episode I will release today, my time, it's like mostly cultivating, for example, but that was like, I don't normally do that in a whole episode, so I don't mind leaving it like that for the time being, but I won't make every episode like that. That's what Courseplay's for. At least in my eyes, that's what it's for. Get this last little bit right here. There we go. So the reason why we're doing the headlands manually here in this scenario is because it allows us to make sure Courseplay misses as little as possible, basically. Because our Courseplay will often miss a little bit more than you'd like, and by doing this yourself, you can potentially eliminate the waste. Interestingly enough, I was actually looking at the Courseplay developer version, and I noticed that one of the things I noticed on the website for Courseplay was they were saying that they have stopped development on Courseplay for the time being. It's on hold, would be a better way of putting it. I was looking to see if there's any new renditions or any updates or like that, and there aren't. And that's because people have real life things going on, so they're not focusing on Courseplay. Yeah, that's right. They're not focusing on Courseplay, so it makes total sense given the situation. So I understand. I just would like to see the new updates, but yeah, life comes first, right? It's only a game. 1 sec, coffee break. There we go. Alright. So this is the headland, second headland finished up. And we'll see where the first waypoint actually is for this course that we just developed. And we'll go from there. We'll be curious to see where it actually is. I think it's just up here. We're going to find out. Oh, look at this. You're actually in time this time. Case did run into any trees. Come on. Sheesh. Nice. There we go. Oh, there's our first waypoint up there, it looks like. Whoa, 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 whoa. And let's bring up the... How am I missing these little chunks? I'm trying not to miss chunks. There we go. Alright. Let's turn this guy around. Like so. And this should be where he is now. Starting up. I love how it has that little sequence where it starts it up too. That's neat. There we go. And hopefully he doesn't miss nearly as much as I did there. And we'll save this as F7 Combi 13 meters. There we go. Perfect. Let those guys work at that. And we have these two tractors here. Actually, we're going to need the case if we want to do... we need to do a couple things, actually. So, here's the dilemma. We have this area right here. If we spread manure here, we have to plow it into the ground for it to take full effect. So, there is a... Hey, sheep. There is a plow we could get. Here, I'll give you some more grass. There is a plow we could get, but we don't have a tractor that's powerful enough to actually use it. So there you go, sheep. Come on, a little bit further. Look at trying to. There we go, right there. I should be able to give you some more food. There's just like little areas of like grass all over the place where this sheep is. So here's the dilemma. We have this plow right here, which we can buy and requires 400 horsepower. However, we don't have a tractor that can actually use that. Technically, our New Holland? No, our Mass Ferguson is 380 horsepower, so it's just slightly underpowered, unfortunately. So we need to pick up a new tractor in that scenario. So not sure how we're going to do that yet, but we do have that plow possibility. But we also need to buy a how much grain do we have we could sell? Oh, we actually have quite a bit. Maybe we'll do take this for a little jaunt. But where are the grain carts? Ah, they're in use. Darn. Can't get a break right now, apparently. Alright, so I was doing a little bit of looking on the internet to see if it would make any difference if we plowed or cultivated the manure. Obviously, best results are from plowing. Unfortunately, I don't know if we can afford a tractor that can actually plow plus the plow itself. So I guess the only tractor that would actually, what we could do is we could change this Massey Ferguson out for something that's a bit bigger. And this is what I was thinking. I was just looking through what I had available, and one of these guys is only $140,000. Don't know how that's possible, but only $140,000. So we could sell the Massey Ferguson and upgrade to this, and that's an extra 100 horsepower basically increase from this. Or no, the other Massey Ferguson. So that's a possibility. It wasn't my initial intention to get this, but that could easily be a way of getting around the issue with the plow. I think we're going to do that. This Massey Ferguson. We can always... we could... Because if we sell this, we could get this and something else. Actually, no, we'll do. We will sell the John Deere here. And that'll give us just a little bit of extra money here. We'll sell this guy. We'll keep the Massey Ferguson because that's a nice tractor all around. We'll sell this, and then what we'll do is we will sell a load of canola, and that should give us just a little bit of extra we need for the cloths. I would like to get some other tractors, but I think that's probably our best bet right now. So one thing I realized is that I'm like, I should really start playing on normal or easy again to make progress move a little bit faster. Because what happens is the situations like this where I'm like, oh yeah, I'd like to do that, but it just takes time. And depending on how much time you play off camera, I play a little bit off camera, but you could always spend more time off camera. There's always something you can do, which is always the case, right? It's one of those scenarios where no matter how often you play off camera, there's always something you can do. Alright, so we'll sell the John Deere here, which has been a trusty rusty mod for a long time. And this should give us not very much, but a little bit. There we go. And then we just need our 20 grand, which will be from this guy. So what we'll do is we'll turn this guy around and we'll sell these directly. It'd be nice if there was a great demand for it, but of course there's not. There we go. And I believe the best place to sell canola is, let's see here, canola, Dairy Fresh, Valley Co-op. Valley Co-op, which I think is a close one, isn't it? Yeah, we'll just drive it over here and sell it real quick, and then we'll go from there. And now that should give us enough money to buy the other tractor. Maybe not enough to buy the plow as well, but at least we'll upgrade the John Deere to something a bit bigger. Because now we have the Massey Ferguson, we have the Case, and we also are going to get a Kloss, which actually are coming to North America. You do see them more and more often these days, which is pretty interesting actually because of what they're capable of doing. I like the idea of the Kloss because it has the front 3-point, so you can put a blade in the front, and you could use it as a snowblower if you wanted to, which is big in Canada here. Yes, this is where we want to go. Snowblowers are a big business here. There's like whole businesses dedicated to snowblowing. I'm sure there are in the States as well, but can we drive around here? I totally forget. Oh no, here we go. Alright, here we go. I do like this tractor. It just maneuvers really nicely. A lot nicer than some other tractors do. So that 4440 just slid all over the place, and this one, it just accelerates nicely, decelerates nicely. I don't know. Timber does a good job with his mods. 10 grand. I guess we need to go a bit further forward. There we go. And then that'll put us just over the right amount of money, so we can pick up that other tractor there, which will be good. Then we can use that on the baler if we need to. We can use it on anything basically. And it's really maneuverable, which is the thing I love about that tractor. It's crazy maneuverable because it has the all-wheel steer on it as well. Oh, really? $138,000. Yikes. So just barely enough. Alright, there we go. Oh, we can actually just drive straight into the field here. There's no entrance though. That's the problem. It makes sense if there was entrance right off the field, like right off the road here to that, but apparently there's not. So we'll drive around. Not that bad. There's a bridge ahead. Good. So what we'll do is we'll pick up that tractor. Let's just do that right now before their money drops. So let's pick up that Kloss. 137,000. We'll pick up the one without plow spec. There we go. And that can go in group 1 now. There we go. And now we have $967. Yikes. But we have more canola we could sell, technically, so it's not a huge deal. So, that'll be it for this episode, folks. What we'll do is next episode, I think we'll have to get the plow, and which is $70,000. So, I have to keep that number in mind, just to make sure we can afford it, I guess. And then we shall go from there. Anyways, folks, my name's Iain Robson. This has been an episode of Farming Cinema 2015 coming at you from Valley East USA. And if you enjoyed yourself, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Catch you guys later.